Hi everybody, welcome to the second episode of this series, and today I'm going to give you 14 tips of things to do with your child and your teenager when you are in a quarantine. I'm Rita and today it's all about you. First tip is to create a schedule with things that you can do during each day with your kids or with your teenagers. You can build this schedule with your child help and doing some activities that he likes to do. The second thing is create a story with your child, and both of you can write it down and illustrate, and in the end you can make a book. It can be a book about a story, it can be a photo album, it can be a kind of a diary, so it can be any kind of format that you and your child decided, and it's just to have fun and to have a memory of something that you create together. The Bake Day is very famous in the whole families because it's a day that usually your child is involved with you in the kitchen. So with small child you can bake some cookies or a cake, and with your teenager you can have this moment as a learning moment and teach them to cook something or to bake something. An exercising day during the moment is all the time very in need, particularly in these quarantine situations, and is a way that your child can spend more energy. So just put some music and then sit with your child or with your teenager. You can make some movements, you can do some gymnastics if you don't like to dance, or even if you prefer you can do some yoga movements, but the thing is to have fun with your child. Another thing that usually kids like a lot is the movie day, so really transform your living room in a theater and watch some movies with your child, with popcorns and with free sugar sodas. And with your teenagers you can always binge watch some series or listen what they would like to watch with you. If your kids are in school, it's important that every day you do a little bit of homework with them. Even if they don't have an official homework, you can create some things that they can do. It's important that you can motivate them to read a little bit every day, and it's important that they keep going with the subjects that they were talking about in school. The game day, it's another day that usually the kids like it a lot. You can try to involve your kids with all the board games and other kind of games that you prefer and both of you prefer, in order to have a funny moment and to be able to feel a little bit less anxiety and less stressful in these quarantine situations. Another idea that can work with your child is a spa day, maybe a bubble bath or a face mask, or doing some skincare with your child or with your teenager can be fun. Maybe if you will choose some relaxing scents in the bath, maybe you can even yourself relax a little bit and help your kids to feel a little bit more relaxed in these quarantine situations. Another thing is the basic is playing with your kids. So usually kids always like to have somebody to play with, and when you as a parent have time to do this is something that is very special for them. So ask them that or take a day for them to choose everything that they want to do with you and do it. With a teenager, you can always ask what things they would like to do with you and reserve a day to do it. Select a cleaning day. It's important that you in this situation be able to keep all the areas of your home cleaned, and if you will have the help of your child, it will be much more simpler. On the other way, it's something that it's important for you to teach is to how to clean and how to tidy up their own spaces. So this can be another thing that you can do with your kids. Puzzles usually are great ideas of a family activity, and it's good because it's something that it doesn't have to be a constant activity. So it's something that if you have the space for it, you can just lying there and just every day build a little bit of a puzzle with your kids. For your kids that love science, another thing that it can be a great fun is to research on the internet some simple experiences that with simple materials you can do with your kids at home. If your kid is not such a fan of science, maybe some DIY with your kids could be really fun, and you can search. There's lots of ideas on the internet and even here on YouTube, and it could be a really fun day if you make some of them with your family. If you have a space outside like a terrace or a balcony, maybe you can reserve a day to gardening. So maybe you can plant some vegetables or even a little garden with your kids, and try to watch them take care of these new plants, and try to watch them learn a little bit about this topic. My last tip is pretending to pretend like it's Carnival or even Halloween, and play with some funny costumes. Another idea is to build a fashion show, and it could be really fun to use new costumes, makeup, to do some funny things to their hairs, and take some pictures or even film the result. Being in quarantine with your kids while you are feeling, all of you feeling healthy, it's really a difficult task. But with some imagination and creativity, you can always try to minimize these effects of stress moments, not just for you, but for your kids too. Remember that you should maintain relaxed and calm, because if you don't have a first responder profession, you cannot do anything else, and the only thing that you can do to help is to maintain calm and to be a little bit more relaxed about the whole situation. So being a role model, eat well, sleep well, and do your tasks and try to do some exercise. It's the only way that you can have to show your kids how to stay healthy. So that's all for today, guys. I hope you like it. I hope you leave the thumbs up. I hope you subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time for another video. Bye.